This has probably happened to you because I know it sure happened to me. You start a new workout plan or you start a new meal plan and it's easy. You're excited. Your motivation is high and it takes almost no effort. But after a couple weeks, your motivation starts to wane and it starts to become harder to do this thing over and over again. And eventually the motivation runs out and you quit. I know I've quit in the past. But what if there was a hack we could use that would elevate our motivation and keep us going high for the long term? What's good, Simple Achievers? Steve Hicks here, online coach for Simple Success Fitness. And today I want to give you that hack that is going to spike your motivation, elevate it to new heights, and then allow you to coast on that. Now, if you've been subscribed to my channel since the beginning, and if you're not subscribed, you really should subscribe down below so that you can get more great fitness content like this delivered every week. But if you've been subscribed for the long term, you probably already know I'm not the biggest fan of motivation. The reality is that motivation always runs out, and if we rely on it, we end up quitting far too often. Motivation at its best is an illusion that will betray you, and at its worst, it's just a straight lie that will never move you forward. It's a crux that people rely on, but the reality also is that when it is on our side, it is a powerful ally. It makes positive habits feel like they take no effort at all. In fact, it makes you excited to do it. Instead of being a burden, fitness becomes a joy. It's a point of excitement. It's something that you look forward to doing. Motivation can be a really powerful ally. So if there's that hack that can elevate it, I need to give it to you. And that hack today really can be kind of simple. Motivation is directly tied to duration. Now, not exactly the duration of motivation. We know motivation will always run out. So we don't want to talk about the duration of motivation. What we want to do is we want to talk about the duration of time that it takes to reach our goals. Now, most of the time, people have really phenomenal goals, really great aspirational goals that they can't accomplish because the duration to get there far exceeds the amount of time we have with motivation. Our duration exceeds our motivation. And if we want to keep motivation high, we have to manipulate the duration. What we want to do is we want to change your proximity to your goal, or more realistically, change your goal's proximity to you. And we can see this in running races, right? In races, you can see the amount of effort and energy that people put out is directly tied to their proximity to the finish line, right? If you look at a marathon, something that's 26 miles, if you're at mile 2, the amount of effort that people are willing to put out is very small because their goal, their proximity to the goal is so far away, they know that if they put out energy here, they won't finish. And this happens with motivation too. But on the other side, if you look at a sprint race, something that's 100 meters, there's at every moment throughout that, because they're so close, because the proximity to the goal is so close, you can see the effort that they're willing to put out is so high. Close proximity gives high motivation, high effort output, and really high energy. So what we want to do is we want to change our goal's proximity to us. Now, we can't necessarily do this all the time with our goals, right? If your goal is to lose 60 to 80 pounds, that's going to take some time. We can't change that necessarily. And your motivation is going to run out before you reach the 60 to 80 pounds. But what we can do is we can change the goals so that we can move the goals closer to us. If you're trying to lose 60 to 80 pounds, if you currently have troubles walking half a mile, being fit enough, being conditioned enough, having enough practice so that you can conquer a half-mile walk, that's going to happen rapidly. That's going to happen pretty quickly in a matter of weeks, maybe a month. You'll be able to walk a half mile. You'll be able to walk a mile without taking a break. That is a close proximity. That's easy to lace up your shoes and do the right things to reach your goals. That is something where your motivation is high, because your proximity is so damn close. So you're willing to tie the shoes, you're willing to put the shoes on, you're willing to go for a walk because your goal is to be able to walk a mile, which you can accomplish in that month, right? If your goal is to lose 60 to 80 pounds, that's going to take several months, maybe upwards of a year. But chances are, if you're trying to lose 60 to 80 pounds, can you do a push-up right now? Being able to do a push-up, you can accomplish that task in 2 to 4 weeks. That is something that you can put your hands on the ground and you can work on that strength. You can be excited about that short proximity goal, and you can keep doing the things that you want to do. And once you hit these short proximity goals, it starts to feed into something I call success-driven success. When you accomplish a small feat, you get really excited. You realize that you're an achiever. You're a simple achiever that can do what you set your mind to. And so you start looking at bigger goals. If I can do a push-up, I can do 10 push-ups. And so you try to do something harder. You try to do something that's moving you closer to that 60 to 80 pound goal. But the proximity of your next goal is so much closer that you're willing to sprint to it. You're motivated, you're excited, you're willing to put that effort in. Because the proximity to your goal is closer to you. So that's the hack. If you find yourself constantly running out of motivation to do the things, the chances are your proximity to the end goal is too far away. I know a lot of people their goal is just a general health and fitness, to do the things that make them feel like they have high vitality so that they can age gracefully and live a long, happy life. The reality is a long, happy life, that could be 40 to 50 years down the road. That is a hard proximity. So what I encourage people to do is find something that is, if you can reach this far, what is the goal that's right here that is so close that just makes you want to reach out and punch for that goal, right? Set a goal whose proximity is close to you, and your motivation will skyrocket. You won't have a problem with it. So put that to use. If you like this, if making a goal with a close proximity seems like it's going to help you raise your motivation and keep you moving forward, make sure to like this video. And then if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and share with your friends and family so that together we all can live a healthier, happier life.